Good morning, friends. Cheryl here with inkedpulp, and I am in a much better place today. I was so burnt out yesterday. I'm always that way when I get back from a show. I have a day of just not being able to function very well. So I kind of just hung out and didn't do a whole lot yesterday. But I feel ready today. I am raring to go, and looks like we've got one person in here. I'm not sure who it is. But I wanted to come on a little bit early and let people know I'm live so they can come in. I thought today what we could do, I have this book or journal bones that I got ready for an ideas journal. Look how wide that spine is so I can get lots in it. And um hey Big Mama, got your coffee? I've already had mine. I got up at 6 this morning and went for a walk because I got to get back to walking. Came home, had my coffee, played my word games, hung out, did some stuff, and now I'm ready to go. But I've already had my coffee for the day. So I was so inspired by the journal yesterday, and I thought, I need to get an ideas journal ready because I've been doing with you guys lots of new things, ideas that I need to put in an ideas journal. So I thought maybe we could make this together since it is an ideas journal and I get lots of ideas from you guys. Priority is coffee. Yeah, I hear you. Um, I thought maybe we could, put this together and you guys could help me. And oh, my little cord doesn't want to stay out of the camera. So it'll probably take a couple of sessions, but I thought we could work on it. And as far as I've gotten is just knowing that I want to, so this is the front. I want to put this on top, decorated, and then glue it down. And then I want to, do something on this for the front of the journal. But other than that, I have no ideas. So I thought we would just work on that together and see what we can come up. Oh, I just had a yawn. My goodness, I guess that's what getting up at 6 does for you. So I want to wait till a couple more people get in and then Big Mama will, get going. I'd like to do this, I think, on the grungy side, but I'm not quite sure how to go about it. I haven't actually made that many journals. I make a ton of ephemera. Um, but as far as an actual journal, I mean, I've made a few, but not a whole lot. So I'm really looking to you guys to help me out. So here are some of the things that I need to decide. Am I going to put fabric on the outside, paper on the outside, something else on the outside? I know that I want to put this down, so I don't necessarily, I mean, I could even just put a frame of paper, fabric, whatever. Um, so I need to decide what to put on the outside and then, how to treat the paper. What do we want to do with it as far as color and all of that. And then on the inside, what do we want to put? Now I did reinforce this spine. I put an extra, because it's such a thick spine. So I put an extra piece of cardboard in there to reinforce that spine. And that is also why I want to put this on the outside, is just to reinforce it and make sure that it's going to stay. So that's how far I've gotten. Yeah, I do want it to stand up to a lot of use, Big Mama, because it's an ideas journal and I want to be able to put, you know, ideas in it, items in it. And that's the other thing that I'll need to decide when I get there is on the inside pages, one, how many signatures, and two, what kind of paper? Do I just use material on the outside, fabric you're thinking. And we can do that. I've got some nice Tim Holtz fabric we could use. And then I also have all of this paper, handmade paper, that I got from Shelly. I was like, look at that one. That is just gorgeous. But if I'm going to kind of make it grungy, I mean, I've got several choices, and I'll have you guys. And so if we do this on the inside, I mean, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I've just got a lot of different, there's that one. Then I've got this kind of slate blue kind of color. I've got this honeycomb pattern. I've just got all of these papers, and I thought, well, I might as well use some of it. So anyway, that'll be the, if you need to, I don't think I'll need to wipe it off. I'm not so worried about that. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. Broadcloth, the wax coating. I could always spray it with Scotchgard too. I do have some Scotchgard. Once I get the fabric down, I could give it a good spray. So anyway, I'm just looking for help, and I'm looking for us to do this together because you guys provide ideas, and it is an idea journal. Ink and glue. Oh, on your fingers. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, maybe I'll Scotchgard it once we get it done. Well, we're not getting a flood of people in here this morning. But let me run and get my fabrics that I think would be a good choice for this. Hang on. And Big Mama, I think you're going to be the person to decide since we don't have anybody in here yet. So I've got some of the stamp fabric. I've got purple, I've got red, and I've got blue. I want to keep this because I want to make a tea journal. So I've got this with the teapots on it, but I don't think I want to use that. I've got this one that I think is a possibility. I like that a lot, especially if it's going to be a grungy journal. I've got this one with a little bigger print dictionary. It's like a collage dictionary page. Some of these, like, I don't want to make a real bright flowery journal. I want to make something a little bit on the grungy side. It's not big enough. There's like a quilted piece, but it's not going to be big enough to go around that big journal. So can't use that one. Yeah, I don't want to do flowers. That piece is little. It's not big enough. I have this one. I have this one. Well, I'm going to make a sewing journal, so I'll probably keep this for the sewing journal. I have this one that complements that. And then I have this one. I used to use this for my paper on my desk when I did my live sessions. I know. I've been hoarding this stuff. And then I have this one. Now remember, on the front, you're just going to see a little bit of it. And so maybe we want to just put down something with just some pattern on it And then that piece that's going to go on the top, maybe decorate that with a more detailed fabric. So I'm thinking like one of these two or these two, not this one because you won't see most of it. You'll just see a little bit around the edges, and there's no sense wasting all of that. So I'm thinking this one, this one. This is kind of big. I don't know. The print is kind of big. We could use it. And then this one, I love this one too. So let me show you how. Okay, what did I do with my book? I suppose we could put the stamps down in the background too, although, okay. What did I do with my actual journal? I had it sitting here and I set it aside and now I don't see it. Oh, it's going to be one of those days, I see. That big old journal couldn't have disappeared. There it is. It's on the bottom. Okay, so let's look at these. This is number 1, and it would go like this. You would see, oops, not even that much. Okay, this one would go like this, and then this top piece would go on top of it. I'm not sure that's, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that, but if everybody in the group says they love it. Where are all my peeps today? I mean, Big Mama, it might be just you and I working on this. And this one I love. So this one would go something like this on the top. Okay, so there's that one. And then I've got this one. Oh, I don't think I have enough of this one. Well, maybe just barely. I have just enough to fold it over. So I could use this one. I think I used it for something else, and that's why I don't have. I would love the newsprint's good foundation. Yeah, I agree. Because this one, I just don't think you're going to see. Oh, that's not enough of that one to do it. Not enough. And then the very last one is this pretty piece. Now this one is really pretty. So you've got that with that on the top. So I think it comes down to either this one, and again, it's going to carry across to the back. I think it's going to come down to this one or the newsprint. That would be good for an inside lining. Yeah, I was wondering if I wanted to use paper on the inside. I don't know. Okay, so that one or that one, you still liking the newsprint, Big Mama? And then we'll put something fun and grungy in the center, but this is kind of grungy too, which is good. So I think we've made the decision. I think it's going to be the newsprint. Sometimes I hate using, yeah, mine too. Mine too. I hate using these beautiful papers on a journal just for me. But you know what? If I don't, I will just hoard it. And there's no point in that. There's just no point in it. So let's give it enough to fold over on the sides. Big Mama, I got another nice comment about the journal from Creates with Becca. She's not commented on my videos before, but she said nice buy on the journal. Everybody loved it. Okay, so let's go about here. And about here. All right. So here's the piece. And it's just going to go around like this, and I will glue it down, but then I probably will sew it once I get the inside on as well. So for now, I just need to get it, you know, tacked down really good. And then I will sew it as well. I love it. Now you brought me to tears. Aw, everybody, I mean, I'm not kidding you. You underestimate what you did if you don't realize how beautiful that journal is. It is magnificent. So I'm going to put a good bit of glue because I need to tack this down, but then I'm going to spread it out so it doesn't glob up and come through the fabric. And somewhere I've got one of those. There it is. Oops. I leaned over and danged if those boobies didn't go right in the glue. The downsides of having a full figure. All right, so let's just get this spread out really good. All right. Guess it doesn't matter which one is up or down because we can turn the journal. Actually, nope, I want to do it this way. All right. Get all the lumps out of it. And I want to put something grungy across the spine, but I'm going to wait till after I sew in the signatures because I want to cover up the, you know, the string, the threads from sewing it in. Now, so my question on an ideas journal, and I don't know, Big Mama, if you've ever made one, but my question is, do you just put plain paper in there, dyed papers, or do you put some with, whew, I didn't get that quite even going up and down, but that's okay, as long as there's enough to fold it over. Do you just put plain paper since the idea is to you know, have ideas in there? Or do you go ahead and put some fun papers in there too? Yeah, it's looking okay. Never made one. Okay. Well, we're doing this together. Where is everybody, Big Mama? We usually have a crowd by now. Did I scare everybody off? Did they see that journal flip through yesterday and say, Cheryl can never match that, so your ideas change. Yeah, mine do too. But you know, sometimes I'll make something and I'll forget about it. And so it's nice to have a piece in an ideas journal so you can go back and say, oh, yeah, I remember that. I need to do that again. Well, Big Mama, I think, you know, people thought that I could never live up to that journal that I showed yesterday. And so they just said there's no topping that. Oh, there's Mimi. So we are making an ideas journal. And what we've done so far, we picked out, you missed picking out the fabric, but I think you'll like it. Big Mama and I both agreed. Oh, I was supposed to use this, not my card. Oh, well. Big Mama and I both agreed that this newsprint would be perfect. Because what I'm going to do, hold this down, and I will sew around this. I'll probably do that off camera once we finish up here. What I'm going to do, Mimi, you're funny. I know, but sometimes you steal a really good idea and you want to remember it. So Mimi, to enhance the stability of this journal that's got a great big spine, I'm going to decorate a cover piece and glue it on there. So this, you know, text is grungy and it will form a piece in the middle. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Mimi, I don't know how many, you know, journals you've done. And so I don't want to insult anybody, but do you pull the fabric in and then just pull it up so that it, you know, covers the corners really well? Or do you miter the corners when you're doing fabric? And I'm off camera. So what I did is I pulled this in and then just pulled, you know, pulled that, and then I can put my inside piece. So do you do that, or do you cut off and miter the corners, Big Mama, when it's fabric? Because I'm never sure about that. I'm so excited to be getting this done. You just fold the corners in first. You miter the corners. So you guys do it differently. And miter probably, it's bulkier that way. That's the only thing. Now, here's the other question. When you miter, you don't take it right up to the corner. How much space do you leave? About a 1/4 inch? Because then you could pull it in and still pull it, you know, up. You could still do that. I used to make quilts. Oh, I don't know what that is. Hey, Susan. Yeah, that's the problem that I've had. So let me miter. Susan, I'm making my ideas journal finally. We've got this for the cover, this grungy text newsprint. But my question now is whether to miter the corners or just fold them in. And I think I'm mitering, but how close? I don't know what you do, Susan. Whoops, sorry about that. I hit the camera. I'm wearing a hat and the bill. You guys, I got up at 6 o'clock this morning and went for a walk because I've got to get back into walking. I've gained a little bit of weight and that ain't going to happen. All right, so if we just do this, I guess I should fold a miter. Okay. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue at the corners here, and I'm going to fold those corners up, or the edges here, and then we can, shape it from there. Oops, this one got a little close. But I've done that with paper, Mimi, where I miter too close, and then you can see the edge. You need more coffee. I hear ya. And you guys, I have not really looked at YouTube a whole lot in terms of, like Susan, I know you put out lots of videos. I was wiped out yesterday, and that's usually the case after a show. See, I wish I'd have left those a little bit longer. That's usually, hi Stacy, the case after a show. The day I get back, I am just wiped out. So I kind of sat around, didn't do a whole lot of anything yesterday. And then I felt guilty for not doing anything, but I just couldn't do it. Okay, Stacy, we're working on my ideas journal. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see how I'm going to do this. Yep, I'm going to fold that into a straight line going up there, and then glue it down. I'm going to put the glue in the middle. I can always go back and add it at the corners. And I'm not going to worry so much on this part whether, I mean, I'll still spread it out, but I'm not so worried if the glue seeps through because there will be something covering that. Okay. Let me get this edge up and then I'll show Stacy and Susan what my plan is here. As far as I have one, I don't have much of a plan for this. I figured since it's an ideas journal and you guys are in the business of giving ideas, I thought we would make it together. So here's the outside. It's this text. Got the bottom part done. And then I'm going to take, yeah, I just, I need to do some watching. I'm going to be doing a lot of enameling today, so I'll watch. So I'm going to take this piece, cover it with something, and decorate it, and then glue it onto the front. And that will give it some more stability. And so on the front, this book text or this, newspaper print, I don't know if it's newspaper or dictionary, whatever it is, on the front is going to be the main thing. And then on the back, you'll have but see, I have this little bend in here. So maybe I'll put a real sturdy pocket across the back. All right. So that's as far as I've gotten on planning. And then Big Mama was the only one in here at first. And so we picked out the fabric together. Had a lot of options, some really pretty ones. But this one seemed to be the best option. All right. Of course, we want to pull it tight. So there are no lumps. So anybody got big plans for today? I've got to get out and do a little bit of work in my garden today. And then one day this week, I canned up a whole bunch of dry beans. And I just did it like a couple months ago. And we're almost out of the black beans. We eat a lot of black beans. In fact, we had some for dinner last night with our tacos. So one day this week, I have to get in the kitchen and can some black beans so we don't run out, because that would be a travesty in my house if we ran out of black beans. I have a lot of kidney beans, and I have a whole bag of dried pinto beans that I need to do too. But for right now, I just need the black beans. All right, and then we'll do the edges. What I was saying earlier is that I have plans on the spine to put, like, a piece of grungy lace or something. I'd like to make this kind of on the grungy side. Doesn't have to be super grungy, but I'd like it to be on the grungy side. So, we'll have to see what we're going to do in the middle piece. But what I'm going to do is not put anything over the spine just yet, because I want to, after I sew in my well, you drive safe, Mimi, and if we're still here, come back and see us. We're already at 31 minutes, so I think we'll, get this down, and maybe the inside piece, and then tomorrow we can come back and decorate that topper, the cover topper, and I'm back. Taking out some trees, huh? Sometimes you got to do that. Then tomorrow we'll come back and do the front of it, and then so I had asked Big Mama, and she said she's never really done an idea journal. So she didn't have a thought one way or the other about what kind of paper. Should we still be fun and put fun, like graph paper and ledger paper and all that in it? Or oh, so there's the front. Corners are kind of pointy, they're not perfect, but it's my journal. So there's the front. Now we have to decide, does the inside get paper or does it get fabric? I have this from Shelly, and I could cut it in half. I could put cloth down the spine and use it to cover the inside, or actually I have two pieces of it. So I could, just bring it up to the fold. So I have that, and that would, go with that, but I don't know if that's really grungy. I have this one, which is really cool. I have this one, which is that honeycomb material. Pretty cool. I'm going to let you guys pick, so as you're going through, keep tabs on which one you like. I've got this kind of dark bluish color. I've got this one that looks like tree bark. I've got that in the red, and then I've also got it in that green. Okay. But it's just the inside, right? So I kind of want to keep it a little bit grungy. That's my thing. So I think we have some thoughts. I would like to use one of these papers just because I hear what you're saying, Stacy, but I want to use some of these papers that I bought. One's too bright and cheery. Oh, here's that other gold one. And then I do have this burgundy one with the gold in it, but I don't think I want to use that. So I think the options are matches the text on the front. Yeah, it does. Okay, so here are the options. This is A. This is B. This one is C. This one matches really well too. That is C. This one is D. And this one is E. So you guys, A, B, C, D, E. Give me some ideas. Make your vote. So I see 2 for A already. 3 for A. D. Yeah. So I see a lot for A. I think it's going to be A. This one, but I don't know how grungy it would get. We could use this on something else. But yeah, that paper is really cool. If it was your book, you'd use D. Okay. So A has a lot of votes. C has 1. Oh, D. This is D. This is E. Hey, Misty. Glad you're here. So I have the green. I have the honeycomb. Yeah, D is the green. Yep, I figured that out. So we're down to A, B, and D. Or no, A, C, D. Mimi likes D. Misty likes D. Big Mama likes D. So you like the D too, Susan? Okay. I kind of like this tree bark one, but you know what? There's lots of journals in the future. We can make lots of them. So I just need to cut this down to here so I have enough for both sides. And then what I'll do is I'll come back and put in a piece of fabric over the spine. Because I don't have enough for this to go all the way over, but I do have enough to take it up to the edge. So let's cut it. Yeah, that green is really pretty cool. The back is even cool. Look at the back of it. Okay. I'm not gonna, well, maybe I will. Let's see. I am gonna go ahead and cut it. I wasn't gonna cut the bottom. I was gonna wait and cut it off after, but I need to cut it off now. Right. Shelley will be sad she missed this. These are her papers. Did any of the rest of you get some of her papers when we had the sale? And I'm going to glue this down right away because I know all too well that not both sides are not going to be exactly the same. So if I cut these 2 pages exactly the same, I'm going to be really upset because one probably won't fit. I'm going to take this down just a little bit. Did anybody get any of Shelley's handmade papers in the sale? I think she pretty much sold out of them. All right, I think I am going to sew around this after we get off here. So I'm just going to glue stick this down because it is going to be sewn, and I don't know. I just don't think it needs Fabri-Tac. You didn't, Mimi? Oh my gosh. All of these papers that I have, and there's more here that I have. She showed them to me before the sale. I'm like, okay, I want like 2 of everything. So I had first dibs. Sorry. But yeah. And I am going to have a sale here soon. I haven't had a sale in forever, but I am going to do one. And Mimi, I still have an order of yours that I have to get processed. You had sent me an email order, and I have it. That was with the tatting that you had gone back and ordered, and I still have that. And maybe what I'll do is wait till I do my next sale in case. No pressure, but in case you want something, I can put them all together. All right. That looks really, really nice, doesn't it? All right, let's cut down the second piece. It's kind of not perfectly straight down here at the bottom, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, well, she used to have, did she say she used to have a store? She had bought all these papers, and she had them, and she just wanted to get rid of them. And so she came to one of my sales, and well, actually, it was 2. We did 2 days of sales. And I'm pretty sure she sold out of all the papers she had. They were ridiculously low priced and so pretty. So I don't think she has any more. But she wants to do another sale with me. Everybody loved her. If you weren't in the sales, everybody loved Shelley. She was just a hoot. She's on the West Coast, though. She's in California, so this is pretty early in the morning for her. She will come on and, comment on my live streams, but now I'm going to turn this way because you've got this yellow piece here, and we've already got one up here. I don't want 2 at the top, so I'm going to try to get this straight, as straight as I can. All right. All right. There's the outside. What is her sale name? Well, she doesn't do her own sales. She was selling on my channel, but it's Shelley with no E, Shelley. Shelley W. Hang on a second. Shots. And oops, that should be junk. There should be no Y in the junk. That's her channel name, but like I said, I don't think she has any videos. She may. Um, she does live sales on Facebook, and she sells jewelry, the paparazzi jewelry. But she's such a nice lady. All right, so what do we want here? Just plain muslin on the inside of the spine, or I don't know. I've got all sorts of fabrics, but I don't want to compete with that. Um, I don't want to compete with that pretty green paper, so I'm thinking just a plain piece of muslin. Oh, yeah, she's Shelley Wolf, Wolff. I think a piece of plain muslin. What do you guys think? Or I don't have enough to go this way, but we could put more of this text in the middle. So the options are text going vertically or a piece of muslin. Give me your vote. A for text, B for muslin. Okay, got one text, one muslin. What do you guys think? Will the text compete with this green too much? So, got another muslin, another muslin. Okay. Got a lot of muslin, so sorry, Big Mama. We're going to go with the muslin. All right, so I want to go over a little bit. Not a lot, but thick fingers. All right, let's go up from this side. This is cut a little straighter. All right, now I'm going to let it stick up just a little bit at the top. And if I need to cut it off later, I can do that, but that gives me the option. We do share the ideas. And especially on this journal, the ideas journal. All right, let me put a whole bunch of fabric tack down on this and we'll spread it out. I mean, I guess there's really no right or wrong side to muslin. Muslin is muslin. I got I was at a thrift store and they had two, like the grocery store shopping bags of muslin, and they were 50 cents a piece. I was like, man, that's a good price for some muslin. I'm getting some muslin. All right, let's tamp that down so it doesn't all seep through the fabric. It may still show through, I'm afraid, but we'll have our signature sewn in over it. So oh my gosh, 50 cents a bag, and there were huge pieces of muslin in there. Well, this one that I'm using was out of that. It was a great deal, and I snapped it up. It's like, yep, that's me. Hang on a second. I'm trying to get some glue off my fingers before I put that down. All right. Let's see. We're going to go about like that. Yep, that's just about right. Yeah, so it is showing through a little bit, but maybe when it dries it won't. And if it does still show through, like I said, we're going to have signatures in there, and I can always put some trim or something down the side. All right, there's the inside of the book. With this sticking up a little. Now, like I said, I'm not going to do, holy cow, our thrift stores are great. I am not going to cover this yet because once I get my signatures in, I want to then cover, you know, whatever thread I use. So far, this is what we've got. Put some extra glue on here, but I do have my glue eraser if I need it. What do you think so far? Now, we still have this kind of bend in the back, so I definitely will be putting a sturdy pocket on here, like some cardboard, so it doesn't bend, and then we'll have the front. So we are at 51 minutes, so I'm going to call it here. Thumbs up, please, if you haven't. I'm going to call it here, and then tomorrow what we'll do is decorate this piece for the front. So be thinking about, we want grungy, you know, do we want pockets in here? Do we want a belly band? Do we want, I don't know, there's all kinds of stuff. And then I had some really cool fabrics that we decided not to use on the or on the cover because too much of it would be, like I have this one. Look at how cool that would be on the front. I have lots of cool fabrics. Oh, hey, Melody. We're just about to finish up. I am making my ideas journal. So we have that one. We have a cup. Oh, we have this one too. This is a pretty one. We've got that one that could go on the front. I've got this one. Oh, that got a little ink on it. I've got a couple of patterns, just plain patterns. I've got these with stamps on them. I've got purple, red, and blue. I'll be over to steal your ideas. So I've got a few. So tomorrow we will pick, I've got this real pretty plaid green, which actually would kind of match with the inside. So we'll pick tomorrow and then we'll do some decorating. All right, you guys, thank you for getting me this far. I am so glad to be getting this ideas journal done. It needed to be done for a long time. All right, ladies, have a wonderful day. Love you all. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.